Hey vintage lovers! So today's video is a recent Savers haul that I did. I've recently, not too recently, but I recently made the decision to stop buying new clothing. Now that does not include stuff like underwear and socks and stuff that, you want new. But I'm really making an effort. I'm not supporting fast fashion anymore. I decided to really just make the leap to just shopping thrift. Not only does it save quite a bit of money, it's also just very good for the environment. I have been using my canvas shopping bags for 2 decades or more already. I use my stainless steel straws. I've always been very environmentally conscious, but one of my last holdouts was I still definitely was supporting fast fashion. So I decided to stop doing that as well. And honestly, I find that it's cheaper to buy quality clothes just that somebody else has worn it before. So personally, I'd rather have quality clothes anyway than something that's, fast fashion, it falls apart. You see something online that looks adorable on the model and you get it and it's pretty. Now there's a lot of quality vintage reproduction companies out there, and maybe in the future I will add some pieces from there as well, because there's some stuff that you're just not going to find. So if I wanted something specific, I will maybe in the future start doing that. But for now, I'm just going to be filling in my wardrobe through thrift. Now, when I thrift, I try to keep in mind holes in my wardrobe. So what I mean is, if you saw my video on a store by me that recently closed, I got a really great navy leather handbag. I don't have navy shoes and I don't have a navy belt. So when I go shopping, I always keep those things in my mind that I'm looking for so that I can fill in all the pieces in my wardrobe. Because one of my favorite parts of vintage looks is that matchy-matchiness that they had. Everything always coordinated. The hat, the shoes, the bag, the belt, the gloves, everything always matched. So I really love that look. So whenever I'm out, I always keep in mind things that I'm looking for. So this particular haul, I filled in a couple of holes, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So enough jabbering, let me show you the goods. So like I just said, I had just gotten that really great navy bag, so I found the navy shoes and the navy belt. So here's the shoes. So these are by Angel Steps. They have a chunky heel. They've got quite a vintage look. I think this brand is still around, and these shoes tend to always kind of look like this. So these could be vintage. This company's been around for a while. These could be from the 80s, or they could be new. I have no idea. But if you look at the soles, you can see that these were probably never worn before. They were probably kicking around in the back of somebody's closet. And I say that because there's this one little nick right there, but I'm gonna play around with that. I'll fix that, or I'll just color it in with like a navy blue pen or something. But I got the shoes and I got the belt. So, and it's all navy blue leather. It all matches like pretty perfectly. So I was super psyched to get that the last time I went to Savers. So another hole that I filled in was I've got this really great vintage patent black bag, and I don't have anything else patent leather. So I found, one of them fell, doesn't matter, I'll just show you one shoe. The other one looks identical. I found these really cute patent shoes. Now obviously you can see they're Steve Madden, they're not vintage, but they've got this great wedge, they've got just a plain sleek look. I can totally dress these up or down, so I was excited to find these. When I thrift, I don't necessarily have to have everything look absolutely vintage. As long as it fits the bill as far as I'm concerned with fitting with the look, I'll pick it up. And same thing with this belt. So I found the matching patent belt too. This is also not vintage. This is from Target, and it's man-made material. So this is not true patent leather, obviously, but it looks like it. So good enough for me. And if I'm out thrifting and I find a better belt then, you know, I would add to that too. Plus, this is quite a chunky belt. If I ever find a patent skinny belt, then I would need to add that to my collection too. So the next thing I got was, I have a lot of like picnic-y kind of bags. I have like a picnic basket bag, and I also have, well, actually a picnic basket that I got in the last, if you saw the video where I went shopping on the store that closed, I got that too. But I also have straw bags, I've got clutches and everything that are great for summer. But what shoes do you match with stuff like that? Well, I'll show you what I found. I found these awesome wedges. Cork wedge, and it's kind of like a straw material almost. It's kind of like a cross between a leather and a straw. It's obviously a man-made material. Let me tell you if it says what it is. So if you wanted something like this, all right, it does not, it just says man-made material, but these go so well with all of those bags. And what do you pair that with when you're looking for a belt? Well, I'll show you what I found. I got these two belts. So this one is like a cord belt. This one's a little bit darker. And then I found this awesome straw belt. All of this that I'm showing you, I got in one shopping trip. And it's always when I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of look around, maybe I'll get like one or, you know, something. And I found all this great stuff. So I was probably doing one of those, like, I'm not gonna spend any money today, but I had a 20% off coupon, so it's fine. So I also got two other belts. These don't necessarily fill in holes, but they could either be starting a new collection or they're just great pieces to have. I always look for belts in solid colors because, again, the matchy-matchy thing. You never know what you're going to need in the future, and also sometimes it's something that, let me show you. I found this really great leather belt in cream. Now, I don't have a leather cream bag or shoes yet, so this might be the start of a collection, but I do have a lot of dresses that have cream in it, so this might be to go with something like that, even if I'm not trying to get matchy-matchy and get cream colored shoes in the bag. So it's always good to get, if you find, especially when you find the buckles that are covered, that's really a very good vintage style. A lot of companies don't really make them like this anymore, so when you see it, snatch them. And then I got this little red, whoop, drop everything. I got this little red, I think this probably is vintage from the 80s. But again, there's no holes in it, so you just cinch it tight. And I have a lot of dresses that this would match with. And I do have a red patent bag, and I don't have a red patent belt or shoes yet, so this might fit the bill. I haven't put them next to each other. It's not quite a patent material, but it's red and shiny, so it might work, or at least in the interim until I find a better match for that. And then I found this scarf. This will be perfect for 4th of July. Red, white, and blue. And this one is a vintage scarf. It is by Jason Maxwell, and it is 100% acetate. So it's not silk, but it's still a really good material. I like acetate. I don't find it to be as stinky and sweaty of a material as polyester. It's not a slippery material like polyester, so when I find clothing that's acetate, I usually swipe that up too. But this, you know, something like this, if I put it in my hair, it's not going to whoop right out. So this was a fun find. And I also got 4 shirts. So 2 of them I'm probably not going to be wearing right now because they are a thicker, heavyweight material, but the other 2 are perfect for this time of year. And so this one, as you can see, super duper cute. I love me some yellow. This is going to be great, I think, for spring next year. I like the detail, the stitching. It's a great length, and I love the button detail down the back. So again, this isn't vintage. This is by New York & Company, but I like shopping for newer clothes too that just kind of fit that vintage vibe. I definitely dress rockabilly a lot, so I like things that have a vintage flair or a rockabilly look to it. So won't be wearing this until spring, but I couldn't leave this there. This had to come home with me. The next shirt, when I saw it, So this is Vineyard Vines. I got this for, I don't remember the cost, but this sweater new is like $150, and I think I got it for like 10 bucks or something like that. So again, thick material. It's a thin sweater, but I'm not going to be wearing this until like September, October maybe, or in spring of next year, because it's already hot and humid here. But this lobster had to come home with me. Hopefully in the next year or two I'll be able to take a New England trip, and that is the perfect top for that. Now the next two tops I can actually wear now. So this one, the print, how cute is this? So it's a button-down shirt, and I thought it was pretty cool. Square buttons. I don't think I own a single shirt with square buttons. So when I tried it on, it fit. I've never heard of this company before. It's Denim & Company. But when I tuck it into a white skirt, or when I tie it, it actually looked super, super cute. So this is going to be really good with jeans. And how cute is this? Red gingham with the white flowers, and look at this ruffle detail. All right, I'll try everything on for you right now so you can see I'm wearing jeans, and let me show you what it looks like. So here's the yellow sweater. It's a good length. I love the sleeves and the buttons down the back. So super cute. Be tucking this away for next year though, I think. I don't think we're going to be having any cold weather for quite a while. And next, right? I love this shirt so much. So got my lobster laying back, stripes. I will probably wear this shirt a lot in the winter. I know it's short sleeved, but I am always hot, so this is perfect. Nice thin sweater. I was so excited to find this one, so what do you think? Would you wear it? So you could see what I mean about this being kind of like boxy, but this print was just too cute not to get. So it looks okay like this. It looks better tucked into, I do have a white skirt. I actually have a white eyelet skirt that this looks really, really cute with. But one thing that I like is, normally I wouldn't do it with this kind of jeans. I do have some higher waisted jeans. These are a little bit too low to pull off the look, but I don't want to walk past the baby's room because she's sleeping right now, so you get the idea. So this tied with like a nice dark denim high-waisted pant, right? So I think I'll be wearing this pretty soon. It's super comfortable. I might roll these up, or I might actually sew this to be a little bit shorter, because I think it's just ever so slightly too long, because doesn't that look a little bit better than this one? So how cute is this shirt? But my favorite from this one is the red shirt. So this is the red shirt, and I forgot to mention the brand of this shirt is Love Notes. Never heard of it before. It's definitely not a vintage shirt, but how cute. How cute are these little ruffles? You can see it's pulling a little bit right now. I do have minimizer bras to take these girls in a bit, and then it actually does fit a little bit better. I am obviously not wearing one of those right now, so excuse the gap. But normally this actually looks pretty cute on. So again, this looks good just as is for like a rockabilly look, but it looks cute tucked into the white skirt also. It's a little bit too short to want to tie, but if I have a good high-waisted pant on, I could probably do that as well. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not currently subscribed, please do so. I like to talk about all things vintage. Bye, I'll see you in the next one. I can't talk. Let's try that again.